Hello Walkwatchers, and it's great to have you back with us again. This is our Walkwatchers walk of Parkanaur Forest near Dungannon. Right, there are three waymarked trails here at Parkanaur. So what we're going to do is we're going to do all three to show you just what this wee forest is really like. Now, if you're looking for this place, it's down beside Quinn's Corner. So let me give you the stats. I did the red, the black and the blue route, and took me about an hour and 10 minutes to do all three, 8,000 steps or 4.1 kilometres at an average pace, pretty slow, 16.2 minutes per kilometre. It was cloudy, it was warm, a beautiful summer's day. I was by myself and I parked the van at Balanced Footballers Assets in the car park. Although there are lots of families and folk out walking, this is a really peaceful, calm place to come, and I think that's because of the river that runs right through it. It just seems to make everything calmer. What do you hear this? See? Don't you feel calmer? What I'm showing you right now is the red route, and as you can see from the big fence on the left hand side, this also includes the deer enclosure. So we take a left here around the corner of the deer enclosure, there's that big fence again, and you come up the top of this pathway, and here is the gate into the enclosure. You can actually go inside and walk right through to the other side. This is probably about a 20-acre enclosure, and usually there are about 25 or so deer kept in the enclosure at any one time. And as with most deer, they calve in June and July, so they are a bit scarce on the ground at the minute. They're tending to stick to the edge of the forest and whatever. But they tend to look after themselves in here. Forestry Service don't do very much with them, maybe feed them in the winter time. They came from County Cork, and they're descended from Queen Elizabeth I's white deer stock. They're not albino, they're just a variant on fallow deer. Out the other side of the enclosure then will bring you around to the manor house, but I've got to admit I was absolutely distracted by the wildflowers on my walk. Now, leave no trace principles, don't pick the wildflowers, just take great pictures. But look at this common spotted orchid, and now this self-heal. Now self-heal's really common, but look at the colours in this, absolutely beautiful. So back up then towards the big house. This on the left hand side are parasol beeches. These are again variants on beech trees, but look how the branches come right down to touch the ground. What do you see? Just how they look like large umbrellas. Look at that. Aren't they really cool? Now this is some country pile. The Parkanaur Manor House or Castle. The land here was originally owned by the O'Donnellys until James I granted it to Sir Toby Caulfield in the 1600s. But the Caulfield family sold it to the Burgess family in 1770. They had made their fortune in the East India Company. And John Henry Burgess then began to enlarge the house in the 1820s into this mock Tudor building, which was completed in the 1870s. This is the stables, and down at the stables, Speedwell Trust are operating. They're a great environmental education and cross-community organisation. They're actually holding a summer scheme at the minute. Back down to the car park, and that is the red route. Now, hold everything, if we didn't do that... Yeah, so if we started at the car park again, how are you? And headed down to the right, this would take us down to the black and the blue route. The black route heading into the forest, the blue route heading along the river. So we'll take it to the right and we'll go down the black route now. So this is into the forest. bit of ASMR there for you. People think that this plant is shamrock, but it's actually wood sorrel. It's a great foraging plant in the forest. And this is Hart's tongue fern, Hart being the old word for deer, because it looks like a deer's tongue. If you head straight on at this point, it takes you back out onto the main road, but turn left here up into the beechwood and you will find the old Victorian well, obviously a remnant from the Burgess estate. There is an inscription on it, but I'm not going to tell you what it says. Go and find out for yourselves. Get your boots on, go outside, go exploring. Anyway, down towards the river again, back down to the torrent. Here's wood avens, look at this. Now, if you've got a dog, you will know this little plant because your dog invariably will come back with all these little burrs all over its fur. That's wood avens. Yeah, back down to the torrent river, turn right here, back along the loop. You hear the chiff-chaff in the background. So we're heading back to the bridge there, and we're going to cross straight over this time, and this takes us on to the blue route. On the left hand side now is quite a deep pond, so please be careful around it. At the minute it's covered in duckweed, so it's bright green. But this is the river walk, and it takes you right down along the side of the torrent river, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's cool and it's calm down here. It's another peaceful wee walk. But all through the park there are remnants of the old estate. This is a Wellingtonia, a giant sequoia, not a native tree, and that bright red bark is really indicative of giant sequoias. Look at this beautiful stone arch, again a remnant from the estate. And at the far end of this walk there's this beautiful waterfall, maybe somewhere to come and hang out for a bit, because it is really peaceful and tranquil. Hiya. And welcome back to another video. Thank you for joining us. Today I thought I'd just get out and go to one of my local forest parks, and this is Parkanaur, about 4 miles outside of Dungannon. If you're coming down the M1 from Belfast, it's down towards the Ballygolly roundabout and on towards Enniskillen. On the A4, if you're coming up, obviously it's on the route towards Belfast. I mean, come on, work it out. But this is a 200 hectare site, and it's mixed coniferous and deciduous woodland, as you'll see from the video. And it is a really cool, calm customer. It's one of those places that it's lovely to get into. It is quite a warm day today, although it's cloudy. But it's really lovely to be in the middle of this. The torrent river, which you can hear behind me, I'm sure, flows right through the middle of it. And there's a number of different facilities here. There's a wee coffee shop area, there's a caravan park, and there are toilets. And there is a place for wedding receptions and stuff in the castle, which is very nice, because this site used to be part of the Burgess estate here in Dungannon, although now it is a public forest run by Forestry Service. So what I've loved about this is it's why I love forests. Because you come into the forest and it's just all green, lots of lush greenness around at the minute. But then there's all these little jewels that are hiding along the margins of the forest, and it is just great to see. So I've been, and you'll see them. There's Herb Robert, and there's Foxglove, and there's, I'm no doubt that I'll go through the list of them, because they've just been spectacular and utterly fascinated me today. Bird sound, there's been a lot of blackcap and robin, and so there's been a lot of bird life around as well. And of course there's a waterfall, there's some beautiful deer in the deer park. So there's lots to see in Parkanaur. I would come exploring if I were you. Even on the way back to the car park, there are more remnants of the estate days. This is a redwood tree. Just one, because the tree in the middle is sending up shoots from its roots. So that crown of smaller trees around the outside are just shoots coming off the roots of that central tree. Back at the car park then, there are plenty of picnic tables and things. Here I am, not having a sausage sandwich this time. This time I'm having salmon. Well, it is the summer after all. So once I have my picnic then, I'll show you the route. So round the red route, round the manor house, back down to the car park, and then out along the black route to the well and back again, and out around the river walk, the blue walk, up to the waterfall and back to have my picnic. This has been the Walkwatchers Walk of Parkanaur. Why not get your boots on, go outside and go explore it for yourselves? Listen, we would love you to give us a wee like on the video and even join us by subscribing and switch your notifications on. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.